Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our presentation, The Golden Year of Programming. Before we begin our closed circuit portion of the presentation, we'd like to take just a moment of your time to present one of the nation's experts in broadcast research with his timely analysis of where this vital subject stands as we approach the forthcoming season. We bring you an industry leader with vast experience in every phase of the advertising profession, research consultant, media director, and at one time agency time buyer. One of America's most informed research consultants, Mr. Lester Sherborne.
Ladies and gentlemen, when my good friend and colleague, Sketch Adler, asked me to kick off this little presentation, he said, Les, these boys and girls know the score. They know who's playing the game. Don't try to paint pretty pictures that just aren't there, Les. Give them the facts. Facts, facts, facts. Now, I promise you that I'm going to take Sketch's advice. I'm going to speak right out. And if I should happen to step on a few toes, well, we'll just let the toes fall where they may. Television time buying today is at the crossroads, and there aren't any traffic lights. It can be profitable or unprofitable, feast or famine, sink or swim, hit or miss, animal, vegetable, or mineral. Now you may ask, whereof do I speak? Well, leave me tell you that I've had considerable experience in this little industry of ours. Considerable. I've held positions of responsibility with 17 ad agencies, 3 major and or minor networks, 11 station reps, 6 trade magazines, and the Good Humor Company, all within the last 3.5 years. There, my friends, is a record that speaks for itself. Now, just what is our general policy here at KLAT? I think I can best illustrate my point by recalling a personal experience that happened to me many, many years ago. I was meteor chief at one of the large Mad Ave agencies. And one day, one of my subordinates, an eager young time buyer, got into my office somehow. Chief, he said, I know I'm overstepping my bounds, but I have here the answer to the whole media problem. I know how we can provide a broader research program, more accurate ratings, lower cost per thousand, more profitable merchandising tie-ins, and substantial dollar savings for each and every one of our clients. I know this is your department, Chief, he said, but all I want is a chance to present my plan, Chief, he said. Now, I knew that here was a young lad with enterprise, a young lad with moxie. Here was a young lad who could step right into my job. I smiled, placed a hand on his broad shoulder, looked him straight in his eye, and said, J. Walter, get the hell out of my office. Often wondered whatever happened to that enterprising young lad. Now, one question frequently asked of me is, what about children's programs? Or, as we in the biz like to refer to them, kid shows. To this question, I say, yes. Yes, what about them? Now, we here at KTLA have gone to great expense to compile facts and figures on kid shows. And right here, I'm happy to say, are the results. Now, you'll notice on this here chart here we have children's programs and divided into two columns, age group and percent of market. Age group over 6, under 5. Over 8 but under 9, over 10. Over and or under 10, 20, and under 12, over. And out. And there, certainly, excuse me. There we are. Now, why do we here at LAKT claim that we can do a better job for you than our competition? Now, that is a straightforward question, and it deserves a straightforward answer. Another subject that bears at this here particular time is KLTA's average share of audience throughout the typical broadcast day. Now, we conducted an intensive survey of 1,000 television homes in the Los Angeles area. That's all there are. And we came up with some revealing answers. Now, we based our survey on 4 fundamental situations. 4. Percentage of persons per set, persons per set percentage, sets per person per purse, and perception per section per person. And here is chart number 2. Now, we share of... We divided the number of the days of the week into the days of the week, all 8 of them here, starting with the top of the week and working down. And then we also wanted to make sure that our competition got an even break and fair shake. So we have Station X, Station Y, Station Z, Station XX, Station R, and our own beloved TALK. Now, in compiling these figures, we had to take into consideration many determining factors. And, for example, production within the market itself, so that the research could absolutely. And we found that what we Are there any questions on that chart? Now, mention has been made of some of the new programs which you'll be seeing shortly on KLAT, and I myself would be remiss if I didn't reveal to you now some of our banner shows that we plan for the very near future. 1, an on-the-spot documentary about the struggles and joys of a country doctor and how he succeeds through fee-splitting, income tax evasion, and illegal operations. Americana, friends. 2, an updated version of One Man's Family, starring the beloved Eddie Fisher, Elizabeth Taylor, and Richard Burton. Number 4, well, 3 is ridiculous. Number 4, a weekly news conference featuring a panel of prominent analysts and columnists as they interview the butchers of America. The show is titled Press the Meat. And J, number J, here we think we have a roll winner here, a roll winner. This is a warm human interest story about the love of a boy for his collie dog. Now, you may think you've seen shows like this before, but ours is different. This boy really loves his dog. In the first episode, they announced their engagement. Now, leave me to say a few words about violence. Now, many people complain that television has too much shooting, and stabbing, and strangling, and poisoning, and kicking, and scratching, and whipping, and slugging, and kneeing, and mugging, and hanging, and biting. and choking and gouging and flogging and drowning and stomping and hitting and incest. So much for violence. Now, in conclusion, I would like to say that we here at KTLA sincerely hope that the film you're about to see in a few moments will get our little message across to you. You know, boys and girls, we're never too old to learn. You may learn something here today. I know that I've learned something here today already. I've learned I'll never get involved in a clam bake like this again, I'll tell you.
This is New York. This is the building that houses a major advertising agency. And this is Ernie, a harried time buyer. Well, working late? You got a problem, huh? Oh, you're buying the LA market. Well, that is a problem. It's a crazy mixed-up market. It requires a very special approach. Tell me, Ernie, would you like to know about some of the unique problems of this market? Would you like to have a first-hand look? Would you like to fly? Well, what are we waiting for? You're going to be our guest for a tour of Los Angeles and KTLA, Southern California's leading independent station. Oh, you won't need that. No, come on, Ernie, let's hurry. Yeah, take that, Ernie, and let's go. Come on, Ernie. We're coming into Los Angeles, Ernie, land of sunshine and money. $16 billion of buying power per year in metropolitan LA alone. It's the second largest market in the country. Yep, close to 3 million television homes. 62% of the total TV homes in the entire state. And the growth is staggering. More than 1,000 people a day move into the LA market. Since 1950, this market has grown over 55%. And experts predict that Los Angeles will soon outpace New York. Now, this is the beginning of our story. Here's where we get out. Come on, Ernie. Look, we've got a lot of ground to cover. Stop fooling around, Ernie. Let's go. We're going to have to hurry. KTLA's Telecopter, the only flying television unit in the world, we see the thriving city of San Diego on our southern perimeter. In fact, Nielsen reports Channel 5 having the highest percentage of penetration of any Los Angeles independent station in this million-home market. Our coverage reaches deep into the desert, as well as the outlying communities of Lancaster, San Bernardino, and Riverside. Yes, KTLA's programming is a favorite with our friends in the lovely coastal city of Santa Barbara. We cover it all. More than 100 individual towns and cities that make up the Southern California broadcast market. Its vast network of freeways, the high-speed arteries that help this exploding area mushroom every day. It's a busy, active market, growing more complex, more competitive every day. People going places, doing things, buying and using every category of consumer goods. Influenced by your KTLA advertising. Convinced that your product or service is the one to buy. Chinatown, a tourist delight. The bustling heart of the commercial center. More swimming pools than any city in the nation. Supermarkets that exemplify architectural ingenuity. Fabulous, fabulous Beverly Hills. Wealthiest residential area in the world. Dotted with palatial estates, lavish country clubs. Olvera Street, landmark of history from the early days of Los Angeles. Little Tokyo, an important and distinct part of life in this community. Yes, the famous Hollywood Bowl with its symphonies under the stars. Chavez Ravine, our new stadium, an element of pride in Los Angeles' progress in becoming the nation's most sports-minded city. The vast facilities you see directly below is the home of KTLA and our parent company, Paramount Pictures. Byword in the field of entertainment for over 50 years. Going my way. For whom the bell tolls. The greatest show on earth. Breakfast at Tiffany's. And the Ten Commandments. Acres and acres of sets, props, costumes, famous people. Jesse Lasky, Hal Wallace, Cecil B. DeMille. Paramount, truly a great name in motion pictures. A great name in the entertainment field. A great name in television. Ernie, how would you like to try just one more landing? And don't be nervous now. Ah, there we are. Gets easier every time, doesn't it? All right. There. Just toss that in the copter. Fine. Come on, Ernie. Now let's visit the television side of the lot, where our famous Paramount Sunset Studios are located, leasing facilities for the making of fine television programs such as Have Gun Will Travel, Pete and Gladys, and The Rebel. Oh, Ernie, right now we're shooting America's favorite Western, Gunsmoke. Go on in. Go on. This is KTLA's fabulous Stage 6, Ernie. The largest in the country, 16,000 square feet. These hallowed halls have been witness to the passing parade of the many greats of bygone years. As a matter of fact, had you been standing in the center of this stage on January the 10th, 1927, yeah, that's about right there, well, you would have been standing next to Al Jolson on the first day of shooting of the world's first talking picture, The Jazz Singer.
Rock-a-bye your baby with a Dixie
Ernie.
melody.
Ern,
When you croon,
please. Ernie, we must. Thank you. Then came the gangster era. George Raft was thrilling millions with his role in Scarface. Yes, those were thrilling days. The motion picture screen had brought Ernie. No, Ernie. Ernie, they made the picture. And then from this very same stage, Ginger Rogers teamed up with a pretty fair country-type dancer, none other than the popular Mr. Fred Astaire. Ernie! Say, Ernie! Oh, Ernie. And today, with the addition of over $500,000 in the latest and finest electronic equipment, KTLA maintains this peak of perfection with such productions as the Bolshoi Ballet, the first full-scale Western produced on videotape. And the recent Stan Freberg special, The Chungking Hour.
Ladies and gentlemen, may we have your attention? Here's the man. He's the man.
You know, fine crews and personnel make these productions possible, and KTLA can boast a phenomenal record in that area. 85% of the engineering and production personnel have been on the job since the transmitter was first turned on 16 years ago. Ernie, look, I warned you, we don't have too much time, and there's still a lot to see.